Damn, bro. This was not the video I was thinking I was gonna be making for today, but yeah, because I earlier today recorded the Thornmature and I made two parts of that. I was still obviously I had to go to work and then I was gonna edit them, have them ready for the next 2 days. But then news came out that Akira Toriyama, most mostly known for being the creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and most of its counterparts, ended up dying, which is pretty sad. I was actually I didn't really I kind of got the news basically right away. I was at work though, and I needed to go to the toilet because duty calls, and I looked at my phone, and the first video I saw on my feed was by C-Rex. He's a mainly Dragon Ball focus channel. He does do other things, but I forgot what the title was. I might put it up, but it was about Akira Toriyama and how he died. And then I go scroll down, people like Ram Style, D3, all the big Dragon Ball channels were posting about the death of Toriyama. It was so out of nowhere as well. Just I had to go toilet, end up looking at my phone. First thing I see, and I'm like, damn. At 68 as well. Yeah, so at 68, apparently reading this article, he suffered an acute subdural hematoma, a type of bleeding near his brain. And he actually died on the 1st of March, but the news was only just released now. And, the past couple hours. It's weird. I don't even know what to say. Like how so many people in the past couple years just been like going. Like obviously people die every year, but a lot of people, because especially since I'm into hip hop, bro, a lot of people in hip hop been dying. Just stars and celebrities in general, because obviously people die every day, but it's usually I I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I did not. I'm pretty sure celebrities were not dying this frequently. Like it's just someone dying this couple months, maybe a month later. This, and I'm like, damn, something. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. And he left behind a lot of work. It even says, he was still working on the manga, Dragon Ball Super manga. I don't keep up with it, but yeah, Akira Toriyama was a big part of my childhood. Well, Dragon Ball, most particularly Dragon Ball Z. I never really watched Dragon Ball because I was born in the 2000s, so Dragon Ball was already stopped airing. It was on to Z. I think I started watching. I was born in 2003. So when did I start? I think the first episode I saw, because they were replaying it. I think they were replaying it because I don't know when Dragon Ball Z ended on TV. I'm from New Zealand, so it might be a bit. Who knows what they replay? But I think the first episode I saw was Namek, and then I didn't see like a Namek saga like just before Goku went Super Saiyan. Then I skipped. I don't know how I didn't, because I'd watch the same channels. I don't know what happened, but I skipped to Trunks killing Frieza, and then I somehow skipped the whole saga, the whole Android saga, and ended up making it to Super Saiyan 3. So I don't know what happened there, but Dragon Ball was literally the first anime I watched. I'm pretty sure it was either Dragon Ball or Naruto. It's what got me into anime, which for a lot of people, Dragon Ball is what got them into anime. And for some people, Dragon Ball is the only anime they've watched. maybe not nowadays, because there's like the Demon Slayer, JJK, and all these, really good shows. Maybe solo leveling for some people. But yeah, this is what got me into anime. Dragon Ball Z specifically got me into anime, and I always appreciate Akira Toriyama for that, getting me into something that I've watched literally my whole life. I don't watch actual shows. When people say like, "Oh, did you watch this show?" It's very rare that I actually watch a show. Like the last one I remember that I've actually watched all the way through was not Golden Time, the Good Place. I really enjoyed that one, but that's the one that I watched all the way through, and I actually really enjoyed it. Other than that, I can't remember any other show that I've actually watched more than a couple episodes. I'll watch like a movie, but I'm not really into movies either. I'm mostly into anime and sometimes a bit of manga. I do like mangas, but sometimes monkey brain doesn't want to read. But yeah, anime has been such a big thing in my life. I remember also my niece being into anime, would both bond over that. And then, she got into K-pop way before me. And then I ended up getting to K-pop and all this, just the Asian culture in general, a lot of it. But me and her, obviously she was into different animes than me. We were, male and female, but she liked a lot of them because she was a tomboy. So she kind of liked a couple that I liked. And yeah, damn, it's like sad thinking that he had so much. He still had the vision for. He still wanted to continue um, the series on because they said the studio said that he still had a lot of projects that he wanted to finish, especially when regarding to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Super manga, maybe even a couple movies and all that. It's sad, but in light of this, I kind of want to. I don't know. Kind of want to put like a spin on this instead of because it is very sad. But instead of how do I say this? Instead of not weeping, I'm just trying to make the mood a bit better. Instead of remembering the good times, let's just basically let's. I'm gonna be calling this segment. Uh, my favorite memories when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna specifically say Dragon Ball Z because obviously I don't watch Dragon Ball, so I don't want to get into that ballpark and get it wrong. I know Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, I don't know Dragon Ball Super. I know Dragon Ball GT, even though Akira Toriyama didn't have too much input into that. He did have some. But yeah, so let's, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. But now let's go over a couple our favorite moments in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, whatever, do your own thing to it. Do you do your own spin? You can do GT, you can do Super, Z, whichever one you watch the most and has your heart. Talk about that. I'll be talking about Z. My favorite moments in Z. Obviously, there's what? Okay, I'll do 3 moments. I don't want this to be too long. Okay, I'd say the one that comes to my mind first is when Goku was going Super Saiyan 3 because I was doing so many leaps between the series. Because the last time I saw a Dragon Ball episode, because I don't know, the whole thing was all over the place on Cartoon Network in New Zealand. Like, I swear I was not missing that many days between watching episodes, but then it would be a whole different saga. So obviously, I told you guys the last time I saw Dragon Ball Z was when Trunks was going against Frieza, slicing him up. Then I skipped to basically Super Saiyan 3. watching it for like the first time on my TV. I remember I was up in Auckland at this time. I'm no, I don't no longer live in Auckland, and this was ooh, how long ago was that? Maybe 12 years ago, maybe even a bit more. But I remember I was sitting in my living room, obviously Cartoon Network on, watching Goku going Super Saiyan 3. My mom was on a laptop, basically behind me. She was in the kitchen. The lounge of the kitchen were connected by a corridor kind of thing. Not really a corridor, but she was like right there doing work. And I had I had Dragon Ball Z just not too loud because you're gonna get a whack if it's too loud, distracting your mom. But all I was doing was trying to go Super Saiyan in front of the screen, trying to go Super Saiyan 3, bro. I just looked like I was taking a shit. It was bad. What I don't know what everyone's done. Come on, don't even lie. At some point, you've done something dumb like that where you try to go Super Saiyan, even though you know you can't. You might think you can, but you just can't. Stop trying. You're just gonna shit yourself. Stop it. But I just remember I wasn't doing the scream because I probably would have gone told to shut the fuck up because who wants to hear some cuzzy yelling at a TV screen, looking like he's about to shit himself. My mom probably would have thought I was actually about to take the most massive dookie on the floor by my stance and yelling. Well, I wasn't yelling, but if I was yelling. But that's the first one that always comes to mind. Goku going Super Saiyan 3. Just the long yell and how Goku was literally doing everything to bring it out of him. He literally reverts back into an Uzaru, just yelling for like 3 minutes straight, shaking the whole world. That was memorable to me. Second one, I'm trying to think because I'm trying to think of like the childhood memorable ones because obviously there's like Super Saiyan 2, Teen Gohan, against Cell. But I'm trying to remember stuff from my actual when I was a child. It's very hard because I'm forgetful half the time. So I'm just there like, bro, what is this thought? I've got like a grasp of it, but it's blank. It's like you can literally I can stretch out my hand, grab it, but when I bring it closer to me, it's just a question mark. I'll just go to this one. Obviously, second one, Super Saiyan for the first time. It took a while for me to get back to it because I, I somehow skipped it. Actually, I think the first episode I saw was to do with Raditz. Then I think it went. I think this is how the timeline went for the episodes I watched. I think the first one was a Raditz episode. So whatever one of the episodes that Raditz was in. Then it skipped to Nappa. Then I think the next one was when Vegeta was an Ozaru. So yeah, when Vegeta was an Ozaru. Then it skipped to somewhere in the Frieza saga. I don't know. Where did it skip to? It skipped to somewhere in the Frieza saga. And then I think I missed the. Or maybe I just skipped the whole saga and then it went straight to Trunks and then Trunks and Boo. Then I somehow got back. But when I originally saw uh, the Frieza saga for the first time as a child in Soul Super Saiyan, obviously it's an English dub, and I don't care. Okay, Dragon Ball Z, an English dub. You can't make no one can make fun of that. Okay, that it's iconic, especially if you grow up with it. Obviously, most anime I listen to it in sub, but there's just some animes that I just don't care if it's either. Especially Dragon Ball Z. Like I watched it in dub first, so hearing sub sometimes is a bit weird, but I don't mind it either. I don't mind either. But the dub for me just it's just a lot more just because it reminds me of my childhood. Now, let's be honest. Most of you guys probably heard it in dub. If it's on Cartoon Network, it would be in dub English, you know. But I'm pretty sure I'm talking for for everyone when I say that Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time was probably one of the most epic moments in your childhood when it came to TV. Like TV shows, anime, cartoons, bro, just that pent up rage and then just the whole scene. Lightning coming down. Goku, bro, Goku literally pulsating between his normal form and then Super Saiyan form. Him finally just giving one final yell and then smooth transition into the gold flowing hair that we'd get so used to. Always an iconic moment. There's no way if you watched it that you didn't get some sort of reaction or chill. If you didn't, you're robotic, and I don't give a fuck. You are robotic. So someone needs to keep an eye out for you because you are robotic. But that's my second one that always comes to mind. I'm just doing like the most, the most boring ones ever. But it's true. Like these are the ones that you'll always remember. Like for everyone, it'll probably be, Super Saiyan. Like that's always going to be iconic. What's the last one for me in Dragon Ball? I'm giving it like a good think. I'm imagining myself as a child. I'm just looking at myself and being like, what would be memorable to you? Because I was a dumb cunt back then. I still am, but I was like a peanut. My brain's probably the size of probably the size of a peanut. I was dumb as shit. So like I'm trying to expect this brain that's the size of the peanut, trying to pick it apart. Every time you try to pick it apart, it just breaks in half. I'm trying to, and I just can't think of something. The whole Margin Vegeta era of the Margin saga. For me, seeing, because this was just before Boo, and obviously, from the Cell saga, I skipped from Frieza to Super Saiyan 3, so Boo was already around. So I had to come back and actually see the episodes where Majin Vegeta, was around. I thought he was the coolest character, and his sacrifice as well. I thought he was the coolest character, even though, the reason for him turning is kind of like, I get it for him, that I get, as for the character Vegeta, I get the whole thing, but I still thought it was dumb, even as a child. Though in the end, it did end up in one of the most, heart-wrenching moments. Come on, it's iconic. When Vegeta sacrifices himself, and says, "Trunks, Bulma, and even you, Kakarot," does his yell, takes everything out. Iconic. And another one was when he was just arrived to the tournament, and he literally just blew up a quarter of the tournament ground. He literally just puts his hands out, boom, just kills thousands of people, and just looks at Goku like, "What are you gonna do?" Because in that moment, Prince Vegeta came back, back in the Saiyan saga when he was actually just an evil tyrant. That that person's kind of back because he was trying to. Imagine Vegeta's really trying to make him. He was trying to force himself to be someone that he still kind of was, but at the same time kind of grew past because he's got a child. He's got, he's literally got a child and he's got, Bulma, but he's trying to push, past that and try to become the person he used to be. So him just blowing up that crowd was him basically saying, "I'm back." But in the end, he ends up sacrificing himself and reflecting that, he still loves Trunks and Bulma, and he respects Goku, no matter how much of an idiot he is. And I just thought Majin Vegeta, even though his character can sometimes be dumb, was iconic for me and iconic for childhood me. It took a lot of thinking, honestly. I had to sit there and think for more time than I would like to admit. But I think that's everything for this one. Maybe do if you guys want, comment what your 3 iconic moments that you remember as a child were and are. Whether it be for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, anything. It's all welcome. And yeah, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, man. Another legend gone. It's getting sad out here, bro. Have a great ratio, dig it. It's getting sad. Have a great ratio day, guys. Peace.